Hello there, and welcome to Life Clarifications with Natasha. And I am here to help you go through life and doing things with everyone. So, with that, I am on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And I'm happy to be here because it's amazing that we are all here today alive. And I want you to know that, it's exciting to be alive sometimes, but yet we all have these problems where we struggle, struggle to be alive, struggle being awake, struggle with doing life. And I wanted to talk about that. So, at the beginning of the show, that I'm going to be talking about this a little bit here, because I know that the last show that Regan and I did on Monday, we had someone who was going through a lot of grief. And it was pretty sad that, her son ended up being murdered. And, that happens a lot in life. I know. And I live in a very safer place for this, yet at the same time, there's a struggle of dealing with grief. There's struggle with getting up in the morning. There's struggle with a lot of different things. So when we're going through life, I want you to know that anytime we can take a breath, I hope that you can be thankful for it because of the fact that life is very worthy of being alive because you never know what it can be. You never know what can be imagined. You never know what can be around it. So if you are watching, I would love interaction because the fact that this is a conversation and conversations are good for us to do a little dance back and forth. And then towards the end, or halfway through, I'm going to do some card readings. So if you want a card reading, please stick around. And, I don't have to know what you want. I will pull a card that you choose or pull cards, a deck of cards. And your intention is what I can put into because, it's kind of like when we put intention out there, it's like almost like our cell phones that, it can we don't even have to have our mobile data on and we can get a text from someone, right? Well, that's the same way that energy works and the cards pick up your energy. So that's what's amazing. And hello there. And I apologize for names because today talk about struggle. I struggled with a migraine all day today, and when I get into migraines, my dyslexia hits. And when I am in dyslexia, I apologize so much. Motsura, I hope I said that right. That on Facebook. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here, and. Uh, and on Facebook, hello, or with Instagram, hello. So with that as we're working in life and going through life, I thought it would be a great opportunity to talk about struggle because sometimes I even struggle getting out of bed in the morning. So with that we're all kind of going in these moments where, and then we have this thing over in Ukraine that, struggling just even to be alive and struggle with getting food. And I know many struggle with even having a home. It- struggle is every day in our life, right? But we never know. We never know what's going to happen in the next moment. And that's what gets me out of bed every morning. So I find a reason. I find a reason to get myself moving, because I find that there's little miracles along the way all the time. Even if me having to do the navigation of it, like I wonderfully in the mornings, I go and work at my local school system here. And I uh, do that because of the fact that with my dyslexia, which I struggle with reading a lot, that when I can help others, youngers, read better, have confidence in their reading, and get past their I can'ts to I cans, that that's amazing to me. So I love to stay there and help them do that. Well, today because I have also recess duty, I had two wonderful kids who I know well, known them from since kindergarten, and they uh, and they're in second grade now. And it was kind of funny how one was saying that I struggle with anger. Well, yeah, I know a lot of people who struggle with dot 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 dot. You can put anything behind it. But I want you to know that anytime that we are struggling with living, there's a lot of homeless people right now, and my love goes to them because of the fact that I know that if we're willing to do, many times we can get out of where we're at. And that's the thing about struggle is that a lot of times, oh, and I say this with great love, it's self-inflicted. It's self-inflicted. Struggle is self-inflicted. Like me not wanting to get up in the morning. I struggle getting out of bed in the morning. Well, I can be very stingy myself. I can be very stingy, and staying in bed kind of sits in with that stinginess, and that doesn't necessarily suit well to my life. So I have to get uncomfortable. And get out of bed, right? So with that as we're working and doing that, many times when we are willing to negotiate what is in front of us, that takes half the struggle away, right? It takes half the struggle away. And isn't this about making our life a little bit easier? Hmm. What a thought. Having an easier life. Hmm. Well, I so want to have an easier life. I so much want to have a little bit more than I have with my personal walk. Now, you can look around my room here and you can see that and I have more than what some others do. And I'm very grateful for that. But I can also tell you that, like the plant stand that's over, this shoulder here, that was my great grandmother's that she found in a fire, and she reclaimed it, right? I can tell you that a lot of the books that are on my bookshelf came from a secondhand bookstore. Uh, let's say the man and woman dancing up there, because it's my relationship corner, right? That I found that at a store that was closing out. So I get a lot of my things through blessings. Mother Mary over here, she was found at Rite Aid, a local store, kind of like Walgreens, and she just came to me at half off. So with and this wonderful thing right up here, the angel wings, a dear friend lovingly gave that to me, and it sings. It's me on Instagram. I don't think I can show you. It's right there. So those wings right there. There we go. Don't want to disrupt my my protocol here because I have things set up so nicely here. So with that as we're working and as we're walking in life, that half of our struggle is self-inflicted. Ouch. That's a realism that not necessarily we want to hear, do we? And negotiating through most of our struggle, me being an intuitive medium personal awareness life coach, that I observe a lot of people. Now, I hold no judgment towards people. I hold definitely no judgment towards people, because of the fact that, heck, we all had to live life and we all had to do something, right? My wish and my want is to support someone coming from here, and then giving them the opportunity to grow and be better than what they think they are, right? So as we're going and as we're walking in life, that no matter where we're at, that we can always do different, even if we are homeless, right? That we can do different, because of the fact that if we take our own mindset and believe that we can do different, we can do better, that we believe we are worthy of, that we can be better and more complete than what we are. Now, many of us have environments that we're grown up in, right? Now, I know that in the Washington or in the United States here, that we have different places, right? That we have, and some places, I'm going to call it the old language of the other side of the tracks, right? The lower perceived. I find that sometimes there can be magic no matter where we're at, you know. So with that no matter what we're doing and where we're from, we can always shift where we're at if we believe. And I know that I was supposed to talk about struggle here, but that's part of it. Struggle is just one piece of the puzzle, right? Because whenever we're talking about the negative side of something or the perceived negative side of something, we can move on and shift it by saying, I'm worthy of having more. Now, does that mean that we have to be unkind while we're getting it? No, that means that we can be loving and graceful and determined to do better, right? Now, my personal business here, doing intuitive work, doing mediumship, being that I want my business to grow, right? But that means that I have to be proactive in my business. I can't just sit here and go, well, nobody's coming to me, right? That means that I'm adding to my struggle of owning my own business. So when we're walking and going forward, no one knows our own personal struggles but us, right? Many of us struggle with self belief. Self belief, struggle with self belief. And when we struggle with self belief, that's a doozy one because many times our self belief is pending on what others have told us. Now, if I would have listened to the people around me back when I was younger, that I was a nobody, would I be sitting here in front of you right now? No, I wouldn't. I had to tell myself, this is my soul calling is to help others. And so I'm going to believe that over what other people told me that I was a nobody. And I know many of us struggle with family members not telling us or telling us that we're not any good, right? You're not going to be any good. Well, I know that it takes a lot of mental work because our struggle of our brain wanting to believe the old story is going to move forward. And I know right now in the middle of April here, and we do this every month, we have a full moon. Doesn't matter when you watch this, we're always going to have a full moon. Please, thank you, and graceful step forever. We don't want it to be gone tomorrow. The full moon, that is a great time to have endings. I am done with the self-doubt in myself, and I am growing forward in my belief that I am somebody. Because we all are somebodies. Now, that doesn't mean that we're all going to be kings and queens, right? But we can be somebody in our own life. I know for me that, I don't necessarily make a whole bunch working at the elementary school, but I feel sometimes like a millionaire because of the fact that I have added so much into people's lives, right? Like me singing happy birthday to someone yesterday. What did they do? What did that do for that person? I don't know. I only know what I was supposed to give word wise to give them what they needed, right? And then how they receive that is up to them. So as we're going forward and as we're negotiating our life, if we can take a look at our personal story of struggle and where is our belief system in that mode, right? Where is that belief system? Is it the belief system that I need to have struggle all the time? That I'm a victim of my life? That I am a person who can't do any better? I can tell you myself that if I would have believed all that stuff, I would have still been the little girl sitting there struggling with how to spell of. Because I can tell you all through high school, I spelled of OVE, but it's actually OF, right? Well, the English language is so up anyways. It doesn't make any sense because it's such a combination of everybody that came to our world, right? So with that as we're going forward and negotiating our life, that if we believe our old story of less than, then we're going to add more struggle. And I know I said that before. The thing is, though, if we hear something over and over again, sometimes we believe, oh, where is that struggle coming from? Where is my personal struggle coming from? Now, I'm going to tell you, sometimes it is what's happening in our life. When I was taking care of my mom with Lou Gehrig's disease, and my dad passed away 3 years before that, and I had a new child, I had a 4-year-old, a new child, and my husband changed jobs all in the same time frame, right? Oh, I can add in that he was an alcoholic at that time. And I sold 3 houses and bought this house because my mom actually, where I'm sitting, was her bed that she passed away in. And that was 20 some odd years ago. And I've cleared my house, and I loved this room being my spiritual room now. So with that if if I would have stayed a victim of that time in my life, I would have added struggles and I would not feel accomplished in my life. Believe that you have something that is a gift. Now, I drive down the street all the time and I see, I needed help wanted signs all over the place, right? Help wanted signs. Well, even someone who, I know this is not easy. My husband does it all the time. He's a manager of a local store here, so he deals with the public all the time, and it's not easy. People are not nice. So with that, adding that struggle in of people aren't nice, that is something that we cannot control, right? But we can control how we interact with it. Just like the fact that when I walk into school and I come across someone who's a very grumpy kid, well, am I grumpy? No. I can honor the grump. I'm sorry that you're having a bad day. And I apologize that if anything that I'm doing is triggering that, but you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, we can always go forward and have a different perspective. Now, after dealing with somebody that's grumpy, we might need to tell our manager, "Hey, can I go take a minute and have a breathe break, and shake it off." You know how a dog, I love animals. You know how a dog, after they're in a stressful moment, they shake things off? Well, have you ever tried doing that? Boy, it sure helps us get rid of what we just went through, getting rid of some of that struggle, right? And so when we're going through life, managing life, welcome on Instagram. We're talking about struggle here. That going through our struggles in the uh, going forward in our life, half the time we're going to have blessings in our personal struggles. And when we're going forward and managing what we're doing, life happens. And I'm sorry on Instagram, I can't have you in my video because of the fact that I don't know. Um, I'm only on for a short time, and there's some logistics that I needed to navigate with. So I apologize. So as we're going through life, so there again, having a boundary, because boundaries are good. Loving boundaries are good. And I didn't want to add more struggle into this show. So I'm grateful that you wanted to be on. When we are doing life, we have a chance to have a choice, for lack of a better word, a choice of how we have our interactions with those other around us. And that alone helps us navigate some of our struggles. So I hope that no matter where you're at and what you're doing, that hearing some of this negotiation about some of this struggle is ours, self-perceived, self-knowing. Going forward is never going to be easy in life. And yet, perspective does have a opportunity. Thank you. I love it when they put words in my head, into my knowings. An opportunity to give things a chance. So, like a student that I interact with, that anger management, teenage anger management, struggling, right? So I started doing a mantra with him. Are you giving life a chance? Are you giving life an opportunity? Because if you say no right away to something, you never know what life is going to help you learn or help you navigate with, give you a chance. And so, me asking him, have you given life a chance yet? Are you doing that? Are you giving life a chance? He is finding that the struggle in the classroom, staying happier, is getting less and less of a struggle. And so when we give life a chance and give opportunities a moment, and I keep saying that, I know, but that's that practice makes better. Practice makes knowing. Practice makes our opportunities to move forward. That when we're doing the work, doing the life that we're doing, that going forward within the interaction of struggle, think, am I adding more to the struggle just because of my attitude, just because of my perception, just because of my old knowings that I need to shift to new knowings, right? So look at thyself a little bit. Look at the moments where we're all in this gratefulness of being, because if we look for blessings, which you never know when they can emerge. I had a magical one today. There was another person who was walking down the hallway with a kindergartner, and she says, we're not finding a headband. We're looking for a yellow headband. We've been here, we've been here, we've been here. Well, they politely just walked by me a little bit. And all of a sudden, I see this little bit of yellow sticking out of her hood of her jacket because she had one of those hoodies on. And here I said, is this the yellow bandana that you're looking for? We all cracked up laughing because it was a perfect synchronicity. Perfect synchronicity. So even if you have these, everybody thinks that these magical miracle moments are huge. I got a new job today. Yes, those are miracles. Yes. But these little bitty ones add blessings to our day, and they take the struggle out. Because I know for me, having a migraine all day, and now I've gotten it better because I timed my ibuprofen, I drank some tea, I've done my work to get my migraine to where it's livable. And to be honest with you, if I do intuitive work, it takes the struggle out of my headaches. So with that even in that moment where I was really headachy, that moment brought something for me, and it took the struggle out of my headache, even if it was 5 minutes. Give life a chance. Take the struggle a little bit out, because we always have something that's going on around us, right? Me doing paperwork with my dyslexia challenge or triggered, that's a struggle for me. Well, I take it out by saying, okay, give me motivation. Give me motivation. I need motivation to do it. I need that application of being able to do it, right? Turn on music, do something to distract a little bit of my brain that wants to say I can't. Do something to help motivate thyself. Help motivate thyself. Because I know for me, music takes the struggle out of a lot of things. A lot of things. And actually, maybe I should start doing that. Have music turn on when I get out of bed in the morning. Something kind of like I really like Joe Bossamana. It's slow and easy going in the morning and rhythm. I love a good guitar, bass guitar, or a drums because it really brings that. But I need something slow and methodical in the morning. That's where Celtic music kind of does it for me too. So maybe I need to start turning on music. See how things kind of come to you, and you can try. Oh, maybe I can work on that for helping me with my struggles, right? Because I'm talking about simple struggles, but I can tell you that if we're homeless, if we need food on the table for food, if we need a job, if we need to have a car to get from point A to point B, or if we need to get out of our car from living in it, because that's our personal struggle right now, believe that we can do different. Believe that we can. We may have to do some personal work, like maybe we're drinking a little bit too much and we need to cut back, right? Taking a little bit of responsibility. That's a key word. Taking a little bit of responsibility for our interactions with our struggle. Now, things like Ukraine and stuff, that's something that we can't control, right? If we're a victim of that war, we can't control that struggle, but we can control how we interact with it. Do we have a perception of it? Maneuvering through that will be blessings to you. Helping yourself move forward, that's a blessing for you. Because I can tell you that 98, 99% of the people in this world, if we believed better in ourselves and we knew we were worthy of a better life, wouldn't we receive just a little bit of it? A little bit of it, right? So today I thought that I'm going to try starting something new. Oh, I have something that I'm going to have to do after this. That if you would like to have a conversation, please let me know what your personal struggle is. Let me know what you are wanting to navigate with. Because whenever we're going through life and maneuvering through life, I know that I was interacting with someone on Instagram for a little while that he helps give home to some of the orphaned kids in Africa. And it was a blessing to get to know him a little bit. And it was, my love goes out to him that he helps kids get out of struggle because of the fact that he's helping home kids, but then that adds a struggle onto him. Well, we're all in the midst of trying to do better in life. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. So with that I am going to start teaching classes. I've taught classes before, but they were kind of hit and miss. And I would really love to get onto a platform where I'm doing them quarterly. Spring, summer, winter, and fall, right? Quarterly. And if I'm going to put a poll out there, what people want to have a class with, right? So if you want a class on, let's say, writing your contracts, starting new, because I can tell you that getting the struggle out of our life, sometimes we have to rewrite our contract because of our old belief systems, and we want to have a new belief system, right? So I've rewritten my contract about money, my dyslexia, technology, and I can tell you every single one of them has gotten better because of my perception has changed. So with that, then I'm going to start having this show be a little bit slow or less than an hour so that I can do my card readings for you guys, for everyone, and then start teaching classes. So if you're on, what class would you like for me to teach, because I am a personal awareness coach. So I can teach you about the moon cycles of what does the new moon represent? What does the full moon represent? How can we negotiate with those? I can talk about rewriting our contracts, talk about maybe self-perception, how to have a different self-perception. I can talk about, let's see, how to get more abundant in our life, gathering abundance. I have a lot of things. Oh, Feng Shui. Can do a class on Feng Shui, which change your environment, change your world. I'm going to tell you that. Change your environment, change your world. So is anybody interested in a personal card reading? Let's see here. I can do the angel cards. Okay. I can do Path of the Soul today. Path of the Soul. The Wisdom of Avalon. The Wisdom of Avalon. Those are good. I love these cards because it's like you get different cards here. The High Priestess, and then different paths. There again, perception. And that, so we can do that one. Hi, Kathy. Good afternoon. A single card, please. Yes. So what would you like? Thank you for being here with us, Kathy. Let's see. Angel, Path of the Soul, or I think I'm going to stop there. The Avalon. A single card, please. Yes, I will do that. So which one would you like? Which one's calling to you? Path of Soul? Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, my choice. Okay. Wisdom of the Oracles or Angels. Okay, so who wants to come out for Kathy? Okay, I will do that, Veronica. Thank you. Let's see. Actually, for Kathy, I'm getting pulled more to the Wisdom of the Avalon cards for you. Okay, so Kathy, can you put your intention of what you are looking for? And I know we've had some discussions, so I will connect, not necessarily with what I perceive that you need and want, but put in the intention of what you are, even if it's just a message for the universe. Okay, for Kathy. So on Instagram, if you're looking for a card reading too, you can put in what deck you would like. And if you are on Twitter, if you want to go to my YouTube channel, Natasha Venter, I can get your messages there. I cannot get Twitter's. They don't let me read the comments if you're in Twitter. So you can go to my Natasha Venter Angelic Clarifications YouTube channel, or on Facebook here, same thing, Natasha Venter Angelic Clarifications. And that can help with you wanting a card reading. Okay, Kathy, it's coming. This card here. Deer. The deer, the deer, the deer, the deer, the deer. That's an interesting one for you. This one was sticking out too. Restriction. You asked for one, but you know how the universe works with you. Ha, 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 ha. So you got restriction and the deer. Okay, so I'm going to read the deer. So gentle and diplomacy. Okay, so deer. When a deer appears, it's a reminder for you to step gently on the path. For you're walking into a time when gentle movements and diplomacy is required. The deer's strength is in this quality. Make it your own and know that your steps are successfully assured. It's important that you be gentle with yourself as well, for you may be heading into a period where you're unsure of your footing or just coming out of a difficult situation. Blend your personal energy with the deer's energy for gentle diplomacy. Walk softly, and the way forward will be smooth. And remember, never mistake gentleness for weakness in yourself or others. Hmm. I feel like that really sang true there for you. So, and then you also got restriction. Restriction. Okay. Restriction. So that's 35. Restriction. Okay. This marker brings notice of restriction in all things. You are in a prison of your own making or at mercy of which is temporarily out of reach. You aren't able to move forward constructively at this time. Be patient, pay attention to the next right action, and sooner than you know, the prison doors will swing open and you will yet again proceed to a greater goal. For now, take this opportunity to rest, taking stock of where you are from, where you've come. Ask, how did I get here? Am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? What needs to be repairing? Okay, let me reread those. Sorry about that. Taking stock where you are from, where you've come from, ask, how did I get here? What am I not seeing? What needs repairing? Once answer comes, so does relief from the bondage of circumstances and mind. That was beautiful. So, dear, being gentle with yourself as you're moving through the restrictions that you're now coming out of. So those cards are 22, master number 22 for the deer, equals 4, and 35, which equals 8 for you, Kathy. And I know those will help you in knowings for you. Okay, so Veronica, let's see the path of the soul. So let me clear these cards here. There we go. Okay, so the path of the soul. I love these cards too. I know, Veronica, you keep asking for these. These are amazing. I love these cards. They're pretty magical. Pretty magical. Okay. So putting your intention out there, Veronica. So if you're on Instagram and you would like a card reading, all you have to do is say me, which one, and put an intention, and the cards will reach out for you. There we go. Thank you, Veronica. Felt the energy come through. Being intuitive, like I am, a psychic medium, that I can feel the energy when it pops. Oh, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. This is the one that was calling to you. Ooh. This one. Isn't that beautiful? I love this card. That is beautiful. Sorry, the lighting is kind of off. There we go. That's a better view. So that's number 25 for Veronica. Hi, Lauren. Sending good vibes your way. Hi, Lauren. How are you? If you're looking for card reading, I can help you out with that too. Okay, so 25. Didn't I opened just right up to that book. So that card. So that was totally meant for you. So Lauren, if you're here, I have the Path of the Soul. I have Wisdom of the Avalon, and then I have my angel cards here. So if you're looking for a card, so mention which one you want. Okay, so this is Veronica. So she got this card here from the Path of the Soul. Okay, so Veronica, nature. It is time to return to nature and reconnect. Enjoy the scent of the flowers. Walk gently by the ocean. Hug a tree and get rooted in the core of Mother Earth. It's kind of funny because you work in a place of scents. You need to get natural scents, not the fakey scents of the smells. It is time to look within. Nature will bring you back on track. Watch and listen, breathe, and connect. Feel the pulse of life streaming throughout, fully and naturally. Through our heart, we are connected to all things, including the higher self. Sit quiet, your mind. Sit quiet. Sit, quiet your mind. Place your hand on your heart and connect. It is here that you will find your truth. And I can tell you that this fits for you, Veronica, because I know that you're going through a lot right now. And I will get back in touch with you about a session. I saw that text, but it came in and then I was busy doing something yesterday. And then today I had a migraine. So I will get back to you. I promise. I promise. I promise. So that was this card. So get back to nature, it says. And that totally fits for what you're going through in your life right now. Slow down. And sometimes I walk my bare feet in grass, and that is one of the places that gets me slowed down and feeling blessed. Right. Okay. So Lauren, did you decide which one you want? So you want the path of the soul, or the Avalon? And those are just different cards that you can do. Okay. Or the angel. So I'll wait just a second. Is there anybody on Instagram? So remember that if you don't want a card, but all these cards do have something that is good for you to read. So even if it's not for you, it's for all in a way. It's just more impacted on. I picked. Thank you. I will. It does help with moving forward. Let's see. So I'm getting a combination for Lauren here. I am hearing that you get one from 2 decks. So I'm going to do the Path of Soul. So Lauren, if you can just put your intention of what you would like to know, even if it's what does the universe want to tell me, that's good enough. But put an intention out there. Okay, so I'm going to clear these decks. So this is for Lauren. This is for Lauren. For Lauren. What would you like to tell Lauren? You're so welcome, Veronica. Okay, so this card here is what was coming out. Isn't this beautiful? Oop, there we go. Got to get it in the right angle so that doesn't. The lighting changed all of a sudden here, so my golden spot. Where are you? Isn't that pretty? It's a bunch of swirls with peanut butter, purple, purple, and light, and it's just a bunch of swirls. Okay, so this is 132. So I'm going to read that one, and then there's another one coming for you. Yes, so this is the first card for you. Okay, so I'll read this one. Remember, this is card for everyone if you didn't request a card. So 32. Nurturing universe. Nurturing universe. Isn't that beautiful? Try to get out of the light here. There we go. Isn't that pretty? All those loving colors and swirling around, giving you, and then there's one spot where it's really light right there. Okay. Nurturing universe. This card encom- encompasses all aspects of being divinely nurtured and supported. It calls to allow the full flow of loving universe within you to nurture and to support you. This inspiring healing energy is available to you all the time. It surrounds you and embraces you. You are never alone on your journey. You are always supported and cared for. This nurturing feminine energy calls you to her arms. Rest with her for a while. Let her soothe your heart, heal your wounds, and guide you gently and lovingly onto your path. So, in other words, when you are in struggle, which was today's conversation, that when you're in struggle, picture this card in very loving, I'm sorry about all the reflection here, all loving ness. Isn't that beautiful? So you're supported. Okay. So it surrounds you and embraces you. You are never alone on your journey. I can say that for everyone. We all have something in our life that we doubt. And then many a times, all we have to do is lean back into the arms of the angels. Woo! And we get support. I can tell you there's been many times where I was struggling with something in my life big time, and it was something that was happening outside of me, and it was affecting my inner self, and going through the struggles and asking for help gave me a lot of grace. Gave me a lot of grace. Gave me a loving feeling when I needed it the most. So this is for Lauren. Okay, so this card here is what's calling to me. So water fairy. Oh, I love the water fairy. I love the water fairy. She's so pretty, but look how she's not necessarily, she's a little bit vulnerable, right? And she's not quite sitting straight forward, ready to move forward. Because the water fairy is about emotions. Water's about emotions, right? So what is she doing? She's embracing herself, holding herself with the water, right? Feelings and emotions. So you must be going through something, because this other card was about that you're being held in love, right? And now this one is about feelings and emotions. So 28. 28, 2 plus 8 is 10, and take away the 0, which is 1. So now this is about 1, new beginnings. Okay. Oh, and 32 is 5. So I think that's more home, if I remember right. So 28. 28. There we go. Water fairy. When let me start that over again. When the water fairy swims up to you with her liquid magic, she reminds you that emotions and feelings may be running the show. She asks you to consider how you really feel about things and why. She also reminds you that you are not your feelings. You are the one experiencing them. That needs to be repeated. She also reminds you that you are not your feelings. You are the one experiencing them. Ooh, struggle. Experiencing them, not them. Reminder that as water flows, emotions change. The water fairy also tells you that it's time to lose your rigidity. Be fluid and willing at times to compromise and allow change to happen. If you're happy right now, enjoy. For the water fairy swirls her love around you. All things are making you sad. She comes and washes them away your tears. The water fairy knows the power of emotions. So when she appears, be mindful of them and how they affect you. Remember, feelings are the fuel for manifesting. Be certain that you want to create what you're feeling. Allow your feelings to pass through and focus on the positive. Water fairy longs to smile at you in reflection. Isn't that a blessing? So let things move around. And I can tell you, we're coming into a full moon, and which is part of my migraine that I had. And that's about letting things go. So when we have the full moon, and I think there's an eclipse with this one, that many times going forward, we get triggered, and letting that struggle go away like water and emotions, right? So I do hope this helps you with life. And there's water fairy again. I do hope this helps you going forward. And like I said, that I am going to be so excited. I'm excited about this new adventure about doing classes quarterly. And they're going to be on Zoom. I'm going to try to do some in person too, which will not be included in these quarterly classes. And I am interested in finding out what people would like. So I'm going to put out a post about how I'm looking for ideas on what you would like to have classes on. Finding your guides, how to work through your emotions, how to navigate through your grief, how to be prosperous, how to work with the moon cycles of the full and the new moons, and how to use them to your advantages. There's a lot of classes that I know I can teach. Feng Shui, I love Feng Shui, mediumship, how to gain more magic in that, knowing of who's around you, and that kind of thing. So blessings to you. May this class or may this show help you with knowing that your struggle can be helped by changing your perception. Blessings to you, and know that every Monday and Wednesday I am live here. Mondays it's the Dance of the Soul with Regan Forston. And we do that at 4:00 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And then on Wednesdays, if I do not have a guest, I add in Instagram at 4:00 Pacific time. Please like, follow, and go to my YouTube channel, because the fact that I have over 250, I think it's now 250. I need about upload about 5 videos. Of short videos, long videos. And there's going to be something I think I'm going to do on YouTube, which is having more personal moments of, I don't want them necessarily on Facebook, but having more like, are you guys feeling icky right now? Headachy? Well, I can tell you it's probably this new moon. And oh, by the way, are you being able to eat food lately? You know, because food is really starting to bother me. Yeah, so I'm gonna hopefully start interacting with that a little bit more, and I think I'm gonna do my little shorts on YouTube. Blessings to you, and know Mondays and Wednesdays at 4 Pacific time on this specific channels that you're watching now, I am here. Blessings to you, and have a great week. And remember, you are able to have more of a life if we get out of our own way. Bye now.